Have you ever wanted to self-publish a book on Kindle Direct Publishing? If so, this video is for you because I'm going to walk you through exactly how to upload and publish a book on Amazon's KDP and self-publish your book and distribute it with readers. I am a self-published author and I personally publish my own books through Amazon's KDP, so this video is not going to really go into the why of publishing on Amazon, but it's just going to focus on the how. If you are more interested in why I chose to use Kindle Direct Publishing, then I have made many other videos on my channel explaining reasons why I chose to self-publish. I haven't made a video specifically on why I chose KDP, but I probably will in the near future. Okay, so as you can see, this is your Kindle Direct Publishing dashboard. I'm not going to walk you through how to create an account, but in order to use it, you already need to have an Amazon account. This is what mine looks like when I've logged in on my Amazon. I'm not going to scroll down, but underneath They Stay, I have all of my other books too. I just don't want to show you because the third book in my series is all the way down there and I haven't revealed the cover yet, and the cover is currently uploaded to KDP, so we're not going to scroll down. But this is where all of my books show up. So this is They Stay, the book that I was just talking about. And up here, you have your bookshelf, which allows you to see all of your books, your reports, which gives you sales data on all of how many books you're selling or how many pages people have read if you are enrolled in Kindle Unlimited. This is the community tab. I think it's for help or something. I don't actually know. I've never really used it. And this is for marketing, and this is the tab that you use if you were going to go schedule a promo, like a Kindle Countdown deal or a free deal or something like that. But for the sake of this video, all we really need to look at is the stuff right here. So setting up a book on KDP is pretty simple. The first thing that you want to do is that you want to click Create. Clicking Create will take you to this page, and then you have to choose what you would like to create. So for the purpose of this video, we are going to create a Kindle ebook. I typically always create my Kindle ebooks first, and then I create my paperbacks afterwards. This is because all of my books are exclusive with Amazon right now at the time of filming this, which is on the 15th of September in 2022. So I always create my Kindle ebooks first so that I can get that all set up and made available for pre-order. And I have Ingram Spark actually set up my paperback pre-orders because Amazon currently does not allow paperback pre-orders, and I like having pre-orders of my books. So I use a different program to do the paperbacks when I first set everything up, and then I also go and set up the paperback before release day, just not before pre-order day. That is all to say that I do the Kindle ebook first. So we are going to click on Create Ebook, which is going to take us to this page. So this might look overwhelming, but it's really not that complicated. The first thing that you need to choose is what language your book is in. So because I speak English, all of my books are written in English. Then you have to put in the book title. So maybe for the sake of this video, I will set up the fourth book in my series. I don't actually have a title for the fourth book in my series right now, but I could just come up with a funny one. All of the books in my series start with they, so it's They Stay, They Whisper, They Return, and I was messing around with my friends the other day and I was joking and saying that maybe I'll name the fourth book They Kiss, so that is what we can use for this video. They Kiss, and then for the subtitle will be Book 4 in the They Stay series, because for all subsequent books in my series, I always have the number in the series. People, when they click on it, know that it's not the first book in the series. So you put in the title and the subtitle, then you scroll down, and then you can click Add Series Details. So this is pretty easy. This is optional. This is only if your book is part of a series. So if you click Add Series Details, it will link to a different, or an existing series. Sorry, that confused me for a sec. You can either link it to an existing series, so I already have the They Stay series set up on Amazon, or if you want, this was the first book in a series, you could click this and this would be creating a new series, which you can also do. So if you wanted to do that, you can click Select Series, you can click on the They Stay series, say that it's main content, and you can say that everything is correct and publish it. I don't really want, I don't know if this is actually gonna go and update my series information. I don't want to mess this up on Amazon because They Kiss is not the actual book 4 in this series. So if this were all correct, you can click confirm and continue, but it's not, so I just want to just X out of that because I don't want to mess up my series page. So then you scroll down and you see the edition number. This, I guess, I've never really used this because all my books that I've published have been first editions of their titles. So I guess if this is already if you're republishing a book or you're doing a second edition of an already existing book, you can put in the edition number. And then you put in the author name. So in my case, I would put in my name. This is pretty straightforward too. And then if you scroll down to contributors, contributors are additional people who have worked on the book with you. So if you, say, had 2 authors of the book, you could add another author in here. You could add an editor or a foreword or an illustrator or a narrator or anything like that. If you wanted to have another person credited with you in the little author byline in your Amazon listing. So that's where you would add that. A lot of times you'll see if there was a foreword by somebody famous like James Patterson, it'll be like this book by this person, comma, James Patterson foreword. That's also pretty common, so that's where you would put that in if that applies to your book. And you can add multiple. I'm not sure how many you can add, but you can add multiple. Here's the description. This is also pretty straightforward. This is where you write what your book is about. So, you know, they stayed, they whispered, they returned, and now it's time for them to kiss. Buy book 4 in the They Stay series, please. This is where you would write a much better description than that for your book. Then down here you have to click whether you own the copyright and rights necessary to publish a book. If you're self-publishing a book, if you've never traditionally published a book, you automatically own all of your copyright and rights for every book that you publish. If it is already traditionally published off, or if you've signed contracts and stuff, you can't just go and self-publish a book that you have already traditionally published, because that publishing house would also have the rights to that book. So, but if you're self-publishing, that doesn't matter. I always click I own the copyright and hold the necessary publishing rights because I do. And then you go down and add keywords. So keywords are phrases that people could potentially type into Amazon to find your book. You want to write all of those down here to connect them to your book, so in case other people search for terms like that, this book might come up. There's so many books being sold on the Kindle store that this alone isn't going to make your book seen, but it'll help Amazon figure out where to place your book among other books that they have in their catalog. So you can also do a lot of keyword research. Keyword research is very important when you choose your keywords. I have a great tool that I use to find keywords called Publisher Rocket. And this helps me research keywords and see what other authors have been using for keywords and see how the keywords rank and how competitive they are. And that helps me narrow down which ones I want to choose to tie my book to. So I highly recommend going to check that out. It is a paid program. There are many, many YouTube videos online about different ways that you can research keywords for free by just going and knowing where to look on the Amazon store. So I highly recommend going and checking out those videos and doing some online research, and don't just put in the first keywords that come to mind, because there is some strategy that comes in when choosing your keywords. And same thing with categories, actually. So you want to make sure that you choose accurate categories, but you don't want your categories to either be too competitive or any of that kind of stuff. So you can only choose 2 categories. So you want to be strategic. So my whole point here is just do your research about your keywords and categories. A great resource that I highly recommend for that is Kindlepreneur. Dave Chesson's got a great YouTube channel where he talks a lot about keywords and categories and making your book more competitive on Amazon and more easy to find to the right readers. So I highly recommend checking those videos out. I've linked his channel information in the description of this video. So now you scroll down and you have to choose your age and grade range. So this is just the age range of people that you recommend reading your book. If you write adult fiction, this does not really apply to you as much. Just note that it's optional. But if you write young adult fiction, it's very applicable. So I typically choose 13 to 18. For mine, obviously, anybody is allowed to read They Stay. All adults, I mean, I've had many adults who've really enjoyed They Stay, but because of the mature subject matter, I typically recommend 13 plus. 13 might still be a little bit young, but I was reading The Hunger Games and Catching Fire at 10 and 11, so I mean, there are a lot of kids that read very mature subject matter in YA. So I typically, yeah, say 13 to 18. And then for grade range, because it's a young adult novel, I typically do high school, so I'll do 9th through 12th. So that's just my recommended age range for my books, but you can choose what that is for yours. If you write middle grade, it'll be lower. If you write adult, it doesn't really apply. Or you can say 18 plus. And then down here, the last thing that you need to choose on this page is whether you would like to make your book available for pre-order or if you are ready to release your book now. So if you're ready to release your book now and just hit publish at the end of this and have that be the end of it, you can do that. But if you want to make your book available for pre-order, which I always do when I set up my ebooks, I will actually be doing this. I've already started this for They Return, but They Return's pre-order, shameless plug, is going to be launched on October 1st. So the third book in my series will be made available for pre-order on October 1st. So I have to go through and make sure everything is set for that. But what you want to do is you want to set your release date. So let's say we're going to make it available for pre-order today. I don't recommend doing all of this on the day that you want it to be available for pre-order because there's always a review process and KDP has to make sure that like the quality is okay on the book before it puts it up on the store. So that can take a couple of days. I think they say 72 hours. So I would do this, definitely set everything up in advance before you want your pre-order day to start. So let's say that you wanted your release date to be on October 1st. So then you click October 1st. And you get this message: you must submit the final version of your pre-order title before September 27th, 2022, 11:59 p.m. GMT. KDP allows you to upload new files to your KDP account, and it also allows you to make your book available for pre-order without submitting any files at all. But you can't submit the files the day that the book goes on sale. You need to submit the final files without changing them a couple of days before. Otherwise, you get in huge trouble with Amazon. This is an argument as to why a lot of people don't like setting pre-orders for books that they haven't written yet, because if they are unable to make that deadline for some reason, they get really penalized by Amazon, and I don't think they're allowed to do another pre-order for a year or something like that. It's pretty bad. So that's why I only like making my book available for pre-order once I have a completed draft and I'm in a good place with it. So all of that looks good, and if you can go back through all of the answers that you made, and if you're happy with them, you click Save and Continue. Uh-oh, I had some errors. Oh, it's because I needed to set categories. I couldn't just scroll past that. Please hold while I set categories. Or actually, no, I'll just show you. This, I always scroll down to juvenile fiction because it's young adult, and then typically do mysteries and detective stories or horror or thrillers or ghost stories. I'm not remembering the ones I do off the top of my head. Oh, horror and ghost stories is what I do. So I'll save those. Save. And then I will do Save and Continue. Excellent. I really hope I don't accidentally publish this book because that would be embarrassing. Okay, so the next stage for They Kiss is uploading my manuscript file. So this is asking me for a fully formatted, beautiful file of my finished book. I use Vellum to format my books. I think I can pull it up right here. Yeah, this is Vellum. This is Vellum. This is an amazing, amazing tool for formatting. This is They Stay formatted in Vellum. It allows you to just upload like a Word document and then it will automatically format it as a book for you, which is really awesome. And then you can customize it in a bunch of different ways that you want to. So this is the ebook. So actually I don't want it to look like a print book because I formatted this as an ebook. I have different formatting for the paperback and also for the ebook. But yeah, so this is Vellum. It makes things really easy. Vellum, I think, costs $250, but it's a one-time payment. So I made that investment when I first started self-publishing, and I haven't had to pay for any formatting since, and it's been awesome because I can just do all the formatting myself, and I can tweak things and make sure all the files are uploaded, and I'm happy with them. And if I catch something that I don't want in my book, it's very easy for me to just go back in and reformat it, re-export it, and upload it to KDP. So yeah, this is what I used. This is a shameless plug for Vellum. But it wants, right here, Amazon wants a finished file like the ones that Vellum creates. So it asks you to click whether or not you want to enable digital rights management, or DRM, on your Kindle ebook. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure DRM is something that prohibits people from sharing the book between each other. Like if they download the book, it prevents that person from sharing it with someone else. I did a lot of research into this when I first started self-publishing, and I ultimately just decided no, because I think it causes some strife for readers, and it's pretty unnecessary. Like, I would rather just not enable DRM and have more people read my book, and have the people who are honest and read and buy my book have no issues downloading it. So, or if they get a new Kindle, to transfer it to their new device or anything like that. So I always click no, but this is up to you. I would do your own research. So now it will ask me, because I chose to set this up as a pre-order, whether I'm ready to upload my pre-order book manuscript file or if I want to wait. This is because it will, as I said before, KDP will allow you to post and make a pre-order public without having finalized manuscript files ready, which is really cool because you can't really do this for paperbacks in the same way, because your wrap for your paperback cover depends on how many pages long your book is. If you have a longer book, your spine's going to be thicker than if you have a shorter book. So I need to always have a final page count before I'm able to figure out how big I need the wrap of my paperback covers to be. So this is really nice because I can get a pre-order up there on the Amazon store, even if it's not my paperback pre-order, earlier than once I know the final page count. So you have to choose whether you want to upload your pre-order book manuscript file or not. If you're ready and you do have a file, you would click yes, and then using this little button here, you would upload your ebook manuscript. I guess Kindle Create also has an option to help format your book. So I know Atticus also allows you to format books, and I have heard nothing but great things about this software. So if you're interested in checking this one out, if you're not interested in Vellum, this is another option for formatting. Just off the top of my head, those are the two that I know. You can also hire professional formatters to format your book. You can also format yourself in Microsoft Word. I know that's pretty tricky. I think there's a pretty steep learning curve. I wanted to do that at the beginning too, because at the time that I downloaded Vellum, there weren't as many custom options for chapter headings, and I had a very specific vision for what I wanted my chapter headings to look like. But it was really tricky, and I gave up trying to learn it because it just kept driving me crazy. Every time I would change one little thing, everything else would change, and it just drove me up the wall. But I do know that Bethany Adazada has an amazing series of videos walking you through how to format your book in Word. She formats all of her books in Word, and they all come out looking beautiful. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, you can definitely go head on over to her channel and check out that playlist of videos. So now we scroll down here and we have to upload our cover. So this is pretty easy. If you click use cover creator, I think KDP has its own book cover design software. I have never used it. I have heard pretty bad things about it, so I don't recommend using that if you want your book to look very professional. I highly recommend making the investment in getting a professionally designed cover. That's what I did, and I absolutely don't regret it. I am so glad I did that. I use Books Covered to design my covers. Stuart has done an amazing job designing the covers for the series, and I'm so grateful for the vision that he had for the way that this series would look. So I always upload a cover that I already have. I know if you don't want to hire a professional designer, there are a lot of pre-made covers that you can buy. So there are covers that designers have made in the past that they will sell to you. You can just stick your book title on there and your name, and then you can upload it to any software. So that's also an option if you wanted that. Or you can design your own cover if you're an artist, or even if you're not an artist and you want to, although I highly recommend getting a very professional looking book cover, because the phrase "don't judge a book by its cover" is a lot of people really do judge books by their covers, and there are just so many books on the Amazon store that you want yours to look professional and stand out. So yeah, that's generally what I recommend. But there are also programs like BookBrush have cover creator tools, which you can absolutely use to try to create your covers. And there are a lot of different options. So if you're interested, or if you want to know more about how I personally had my covers designed, definitely comment on this video. I'm happy to chat about it. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward. So you click upload your cover file. It's going to open up your Finder. And you can, I mean, I'm on a Mac, so it'll open up Finder, but you click upload and then you can put in any cover that you want, and that's good. It has to be a JPEG or a TIFF file. So then it launches to Kindle ebook preview. So once you have your internal file and your cover already uploaded, you go into here and it will show you what it would look like on somebody's Kindle, which I think I'm actually going to go back into my already set up They Stay and show you what all of this looks like, because I have all the files already uploaded in there. But I'll do that right after talking about this. So then you go down and it asks you for your ISBN number. ISBNs are a little bit tricky. Kindle will provide you an ISBN. And so first, an ISBN is an identification number for your book. Every single book has an ISBN. If you pick up a random book from your shelf, like this is The Gray Seer by Kim Liggett, which I made a video on a couple of weeks ago, and you turn it around, it has a barcode right here and an ISBN number right on top of the barcode. I don't think it's gonna focus because my camera is right now set to focus on my face, so you can't really see it, but right here, that is the ISBN number. Every single book has an ISBN number. Amazon will give you an ISBN number if you want to, but then your ISBN is going to be linked to Amazon, which is fine if you are only publishing your book through Amazon, but I publish at least my paperbacks in all different retailers, so I don't want at least a paperback ISBN to only be linked to Amazon. And I also feel that it's important that if I ever wanted to move my books and distribute them widely and not have them enrolled in KDP Select and have them be exclusive, that I would be able to have my own ISBN that is mobile and not tied to one particular platform. Because I'm pretty sure that you can't use an Amazon ISBN on any other platform. So you put in, so this is the website I'll show you that I use to buy ISBNs. So Bowker is where I buy my ISBNs. I think the last one I bought was a pack of 10 ISBNs. Let me see. Yeah, if I click on my identifiers, please ignore this stupid little idiotic thing that I did by accidentally assigning 2 ISBNs to They Stay's online version, which was so stupid. But yeah, so I had to upload, so I have a different ISBN for the paperbacks, for the hardbacks, and for the ebooks. So I have those for They Stay, and then for They Whisper, and then this is for They Return's ebook. I bought a pack of 10, so I have enough to assign to the paperback and hardcover for They Return, but after that I'm gonna have to get some new ISBNs. You can buy more. I think that you can get them in like a group of 10, you can get them in a group of 100. So that all being said, I put in my ISBN here and then I click save and continue. This is gonna take me to the Kindle ebook pricing tab, but I'm gonna show you that on a book that I already have set up. So I'm gonna go back to the bookshelf right now, continue without saving. And I'm gonna delete this book later. But so now I'm gonna go to They Stay and I'm gonna say edit ebook details just so I can show you what my book looks like already set up in the Kindle store so you can see. So this is my book's title, the subtitle, the series number, all of my author information. Let's see. I actually probably don't even need to put that in. I don't know why that's there. Anyway, this is my description. This is my copyright, my keywords, my categories, the age range, and the book was already released. So now I'm gonna go to content and continue without saving. I didn't change anything. So in the content tab, so I didn't enable DRM and I uploaded, I changed the manuscript on August 14th because I noticed a silly little issue with it. So I just recently changed it. That's why it says August 14th. And then this was my cover. I uploaded the cover. And then I can launch Previewer once I have the file and the cover already uploaded. So this is what the Previewer looks like. I might have to skip ahead because this takes a while sometimes. Oh no, it doesn't. This was really quick. Okay, this is the preview database. This will give you the, or not database, this is the preview thing that they show you. It'll show you the cover, you click through, and this is just gonna give you a preview of what your book is gonna look like on somebody's Kindle. So I have always, when I've checked this, I just kind of scroll through and then I can go all the way to the back and just make sure that everything is good. It's usually all fine. It just, you know, it gives you a sample for what your book is going to actually look like in the store. Cool. So once you think that that looks good, you can go back to book details, which is great. This is my ISBN. My publishing house is called Sabertooth Press. That's my self-publishing house. So I always say published by Sabertooth Press. And then I would save and continue and go into Kindle ebook pricing. I'm sorry this is a long video, but I'm really being thorough so that you can really see that it's not that hard to do this. So this is KDP Select enrollment. So KDP Select is the Kindle Unlimited program on Amazon. This is if you want your book to be made available for free to everybody who enrolls in Kindle Unlimited. You have to enroll in KDP Select. It's pretty stupid because Amazon does not allow indie authors to enroll in KDP Select without also having them be exclusive with Amazon, which is very frustrating. So traditionally published authors can have the benefit of being enrolled in KDP Select and having their titles made available to the people who pay the membership fee and can get all these books for free. But self-published authors have to be exclusive with Amazon in order to be in that program. So I've chosen to be in that program. There are a lot of pros and cons. This is a big debate in self-publishing, whether it's better to be exclusive with Amazon with your ebook or if it's better to be wide and distribute through Draft to Digital or another platform like that to Barnes & Noble and to Kobo and to all these other different retailers. So I've chosen this for now because it works for my books, but if you've chosen to go wide, then you will want to say no, that you do not enroll in KDP Select. This is optional. You can choose either one you want. So now you click territories and you have to basically say which territories you have distribution rights in. I have them in all territories, so that's what I click. You click what your primary marketplace is. So if you, just the marketplace that you anticipate getting the most of your book sales. So if you're in the UK, that might be the UK. For me, I'm in the US, so this is my primary marketplace. And down here, this is your pricing chart. So first you have to set a royalty plan and you have to choose how many royalties you want to earn. You can't earn 70% royalties if your book is priced, I think, below $2.99 or something like that. So I have my ebook priced at $4.99 because it's a very long book and it's $4.99 on Amazon, and I just basically had to go down here and tried to make the prices look as good as I could. They're not 100, they're not perfect, but I wanted them all to end in a 99 at the end of it, just because I think that that's what looks the most appealing as a consumer. So that was pretty important to me. So I just, you know, it's not perfect, but this is what I did. I just went in there and I had to change everything. And so you'll have to do that too. You can put in a price that you want and it'll kind of convert to the vague equivalent of that price in different currencies. And then you have to just see whether it looks good to you or not. And then these are the royalties that you earn from each sale, and this is how much it costs to deliver a file to somebody's Kindle, which is pretty annoying, but Amazon does charge a delivery fee to get the ebook from the Amazon store onto somebody's Kindle, which is why that whole TikTok trend about people downloading books on Amazon and then reading them and then returning them was so frustrating, because some authors were earning negative royalties because they had to pay for the delivery of that book and then the person would return it without and take the money back. So the author was in the red because they had to pay the delivery fee and they weren't actually earning the royalties, which was so frustrating to me, where they were like, life hack, let's do this on Book Talk. And then it's not a life hack. It screws authors over. It's really, really annoying. So this is book lending. So this is whether or not you want to allow Kindle book lending, which is allow your customers to lend your Kindle ebook after purchasing it to their friends and family for a duration of 14 days. I allowed lending. I am like, the more people who would like to read my book, the better, in my opinion. So that sounds good to me. And then terms and conditions, you just have to agree to the terms and conditions, and after that is over, see, it's up to 72 hours for the review, so you want to make sure you publish either your book or your pre-order earlier than your actual pre-order date. Then you want to hit publish your Kindle ebook, and then it will be submitted to review. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that's KDP, that's how to upload a book. Marketing a book is a whole nother animal, but that is how you actually get your book from your computer onto the Amazon store. I hope that that was helpful. That was a very, very detailed walkthrough of everything that you would need to fill out. If you have any additional questions about this, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd be very happy to give you my take or my experience in any of this world at all. But I have to say, it's really not that hard, and I have really enjoyed publishing on KDP, and I hope that you do too. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it and also subscribe to my channel. My name is Claire Fraze, and I am an award-winning young adult author who makes videos on this channel sharing the actionable writing tips that helped me make my own writing better. I'm the author of young adult supernatural thriller They Stay, which tells the story of a 16-year-old girl whose younger brother goes missing, and she has to team up with a girl at her school who has the ability to see ghosts in order to find her brother. So the second book in that series is already out, the third book is coming soon. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this one about self-publishing in KDP and also about craft and how to actually improve your writing. I hope you have a fantastic week, and as always, happy writing.